for Sunday the 25th of March 2018. Welcome to another update from the Force 13's Australia Oceania channel, and we're now heading for the first anniversary of Tropical Cyclone Debbie. However, in this update we look at Tropical Cyclone Nora, and we look at the Bureau Meteorology's 12-hourly rainfall, paying attention to the state of Queensland, and this is across the next 5 days. Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre, Brisbane, or the Cairns office at 13:28 updated their advisory on Nora, and she continues to weaken as she tracks down the west coast of the Cape York. A cyclone warning is currently in place for Carpentaria to Corumba adjacent inland areas. The watch zone is the Northern Territory Queensland border to Corumba. Cancel zone, apology for the pronunciation, it's Port Peru to Carpentaria. Category 1, sustained winds in a centre of 75 km per hour with wind gusts to 110 km an hour, located within 35 km of 16 decimal 4 degrees south, 141 decimal 23 degrees east, estimated to be 125 km north-northeast of Corumba, 225 km east of Mornington Island. And as she continues to weaken, and tracking down the west coast towards the Gilbert River mouth, she's expected to track southwards during today and is forecast to weaken to a tropical low by this evening. And now we have a look at the instability from 1300 hours today through to 10 AM tomorrow. On the current forecast track, Nora is expected to move back over the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria waters during Monday, and if this is to take place, intensification of Nora up to Cat 1 is a strong possibility. Tropical cyclones only have to be about 50 to 100 nautical miles offshore, and they can regenerate. Gales with gusts to 110 km per hour expected about coastal adjacent areas, inland areas between Carpentaria and Corumba, and are expected to slowly contract southward and easing into this evening. We have a look at precipitation now on the wind probability, and shortly storm probability. Gales may redevelop between Corumba and the Northern Territory Queensland border, including Mornington Island and Swears Island on Tuesday. Now, this will be highly dependent on Nora moving back over water and reforming back into a tropical cyclone. Heavy rainfall forecast over parts of the peninsula and the Gulf Country District today could lead to flash flooding. Abnormally high tides expected about the coastline between Weipa and Corumba, but the sea level should not exceed the highest tide of the year. Now, this is the Himawari 8 satellite view of Australia, and including its western region. You can clearly see tropical cyclone Nora. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has also finalised their position. However, severe thunderstorm warning for heavy rainfall is currently in place for the North Tropical Coast and the Tablelands district issued just before 1500 hours. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce heavy rainfall may lead to flash flooding in the warning area over the next several hours. Locations which may be affected include Cairns, Port Douglas, Mosman, Yarrabah, Gordon Vale, Babinda. And the next update by the Bureau will be around 1800 hours. Moderate flood warning for the Cooper Creek, minor flood warning for the Thompson and Upper Barcoo rivers. Now here's the current track chart from the Bureau. Initial flood warning is now in place for the Russell River. Minor flood warning for the Daintree River. Flood warning for the Mosman River. That was issued 10:30 a.m. this morning. We also have a marine warning, storm force wind warning for the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria. Gale warning for the northeast Gulf of Carpentaria. And for Monday, gale warning for the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria. Bureau Meteorology at lunchtime updated their flood watch for coastal catchments between Townsville and Cape Tribulation. And here's the NOAA floaters on Nora. River level rises above the minor flood level, likely across the flood watch area during Sunday and into next week. Areas of heavy rainfall expected along the north tropical coast during Sunday associated with Nora. Further periods of heavy rainfall will continue during Sunday into next week. Location of the heaviest rainfall within the watch zone will be dependent on the track of the tropical cyclone. Catchments likely to be affected include the Barron, Mulgrave, Russell, Johnson, Herbert, Black, Ross and Bowl rivers. And that is the latest from the Bureau of Meteorology here in Brisbane. We will have a look at Tropical Cyclone Iris. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. For some reason only known to themselves, weren't on board 24 hours ago, but they're now on board for Iris. Now we have a look at the upper level divergence, wind shear, and again it's the red which represents the unfavourable. Now we have a look at the 24-hour shear tendency, and it looks like, according to this chart, the wind shear is to drop, but tropical systems love the area in blue and green, and the blue represents low wind shear. And my favourite, and these are updated every 3 hours, the 850 millibare vorticity. You can see Tropical Cyclone Nora and Tropical Cyclone Iris. Total precipitable water. You can clearly see the outgoing Tropical Cyclone markers. Nora in the Gulf of Carpentaria, southeast region, and Tropical Cyclone Iris, which is edging her way into the Coral Sea, possibly a southwest or west-southwest direction. Now we have a look at the Tropical Tidbits, a fantastic website operated by Levi Cowan over in the States. And this is some tracks on Nora, and they still have a westward track. But the Bureau of Meteorology is unsure what Nora is going to do in the long term. EPS track guidance and the various models on the right hand side of the screen, along with the colours. And here's another one from the EPS. International Space Station is again flowing near tropical cyclone AEST, and I'm hoping that it will be, or let's say the station in range of Nora. And this is the life of tropical cyclone Nora, and each of these are individual images. I'm not sure how often they're taken. I think they're every half an hour. And this is up to a couple of hours old. As mentioned, we will continue to bring the latest information. And what will the Bureau of Meteorology say via their Tropical Cyclone 3-day outlook for the Coral Sea? I say that there's a small window of opportunity open for AEST, and she looks very healthy when looking at the various floaters. If you'd like to be part of a expanding international weather group, Force 13, Nathan has the details at the end of this video. And from Nathan, myself, David and Jason, a special thank you to those who continue to lend support to the channel and have subscribed.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force 13 on Skype, or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.